Hello, I'm Jess. Thank you for joining me from wherever you are. This is class number 3 of our continuing education series. So great you can join us from anywhere over the globe. Today we're going to talk about toxin-free living, an area of my life I began to look into in more detail the more trusting and familiar I became with doTERRA, their product use and benefits. I'll be running through this guideline. Just let me grab it, which you can find in the Daily Mentor Calls resources back to basics, so you can shift back to it as a reference. I'd also recommend you make some notes because you're going to get a lot of good information. So before we jump into the good stuff, I just want to share why I love this class so much. When I did the continuing ed of this, it was very enjoyable, and I've done my own journey. So as I mentioned in my Essential Oils Made Easy classes, I began to use doTERRA just over 3 years ago. The main priority to build up a healthy resistance against toxicity from environmental threats, air pollutants. It was from this I became more aware of how much exposure we unknowingly are absorbing or surrounding ourselves with, particularly the harm of young children. From chemicals in the air to what we touch by hand and feet daily, having learnt to apply essential oils to our kids' feet for the best absorption and most effective use, and knowing living in Asia we're accustomed to removing our shoes and walking barefooted in other people's homes, I began to recognise the exposure of harmful chemicals at our fingertips and soles of feet from using products to clean floors, wipe surfaces, clean our laundry and anything inside the home. doTERRA offered me a safe solution to switch and ditch a lot of our household and personal care products and enjoy the DIY recipes they provide and we share between us. So now's the time to grab your notebook and pen. Make sure you've got a lot to learn and you can further improve your wellness living with doTERRA. So moving on. So the two main categories we are going to focus on for this class are household products and personal care products. So of course in these categories there are so many paths you can go down. So I'm going to try to keep it as simple and focused, so in order to get some good use out of the products in the categories. So many of us are on this continuum of wanting to be mindful and thoughtful of the products that we use, but if you're like me, and I was just in the habit of buying certain things because it was on the shelf, it was easy to step back and go and get that same product over and over again, and it really took me stopping in my tracks and doing a little research, and that I needed to stop the autopilot of buying the things out of habit. I wasn't thinking about it if it was the best thing I could do for my health or my family. So when you think about the tiny changes along the way, each little thing you switch and ditch can make a huge difference. If you've been on this path, we'll keep going because you've obviously done it already, but those who are new to it, you're going to find some great products. So there may be a better toothpaste out there, or maybe a greener deodorant. None of the natural ones I tried worked, so I just kept going back to the same one. I want to invite those of you wanting to learn more but feeling like you need a guide or someone to help you. I'm here because I've walked the journey already, and the changes don't happen overnight, but the small changes over time certainly add up. And this is with anything with doTERRA. When you really start to take stock of what is in your home, you read the labels, you research the ingredients, your eyes begin to open and you become more aware of what's going on. Most products are super toxic and they're full of chemicals and poisons really, and that we have to deliver to a hazardous waste plant when you do get rid of them. So baby steps to cleaner products adds up literally by being baby safe. So there's no poisonous substances. If you have younger toddlers exploring cupboards, or pets who enjoy licking floors, even kids do that, right, when they're young, licking walls and doors, it's very quick to recognize the products that are harmful and switch over to doTERRA. So much relief, which was a non-issue for me. You can truly make your home a safe haven for every member of your family. So I want to share a few things with you. There have been so many surveys done that have found that the average adult uses 9 products containing about 126 individual ingredients every day. These are the things like body care, 9 or more products. There's a lot of fragrances, preservatives, chemicals that are coated, and your body's largest organ being our skin, our overall surface area. And a lot of time we assume these products are safe, right? We buy them. If they weren't on the shelf, we wouldn't purchase them. But truly, so many of us have a huge stockpile in our house of these types of products, from shampoos, makeup, antiperspirants, body wash, moisturizers, hair gel, and toothpaste. The list can just go on. So when you think of all the things that we use on a daily basis, some things multiply many times a day. You really have to think about how many chemicals you touch with your skin every single day. So what I know and recognize is the transition to doTERRA and household products also reduces my expenditure, on unnecessary products for the bathroom shelf or the kitchen cupboard. No more pondering in the supermarket, oh, do I have enough cleaner? Do I need to pick up that? Did I, is there more shampoo? So we always add something in the cart because we think we haven't got it at home. So streamlining this through doTERRA makes the choice more conscious, so you're more aware, healthier, and your expenditure is greater benefit. Okay, so moving on. I hope you're all with me. If you want to ask any questions, you can drop them in the chat or we share later. So there's the time really you want to write things down, because we're going to go through products. So the first category we are going to dive into is personal care, and which personal care should be the top priority for switching around or switching up to a better product. The ones that we have chosen here are the products that most of us use at least once every day. So let's first talk about On Guard toothpaste. When you are really looking at the ingredients in a toothpaste, there are so many known toxins. If you grab your normal toothpaste, they actually have warnings printed on, like keep out of the reach of children under 6 years. If more than what is needed for brushing is swallowed, get medical help and call poison control straight away. These are poison warnings on toothpaste, which we are using for very sensitive parts of our body. Our gums are one of the fastest ways to get things into the bloodstream, and most toothpaste contain known carcinogenics, one of them being fluoride. Swallowing fluoride toothpaste can actually be very harmful. So why is fluoride even in a toothpaste? The idea is to help strengthen the tooth enamel. However, using too much fluoride could actually damage the tooth enamel. So another popular ingredient in toothpaste is a foaming agent, SLS. So when you do the research, you will see that SLS strips the skin of its natural oils, which causes dry skin, irritation, allergic reactions. And one lady in our doTERRA community, she told us that the SLS was the reason her husband suffered chronic cold sores. It can be tough to find a toothpaste that is both fluoride and SLS free, but thankfully doTERRA do that. While it's fluoride free, it actually has natural ingredients, and it's that helps strengthen your teeth and enamel. There are lots of stories in the community of people having success stopping gum disease. And not only does the toothpaste have On Guard in it, which is the protective blend, it also contains peppermint and myrrh, so refreshing. On Guard contains clove, which is the top oil for gum and mouth health, and the peppermint helps keep your breath fresh, and the myrrh helps the gums. So if you recently watched the Pursue 2020 convention, and I hope you have, doTERRA shared a new formula and rebranded the On Guard toothpaste with an even greater punch. It now supports remineralization of the bone, so supporting the actual teeth greater, and a stain remover, and all totally natural. doTERRA has an on-guard mouthwash, which is also very powerful, and many of the dentists within our doTERRA community have switched over to this mouthwash without any hesitation, because some include formaldehyde. Now, the next one on this list is the natural deodorant, and I really started to explore this product first in my transition due to reading about underarm lymph glands and disease increase due to aluminium content in deodorants. Research found that antiperspirants containing aluminium, a heavy metal that is dangerous for our bodies. Not only that, but the area we put and we apply the deodorant is very sensitive. It's right under our armpits, down the chest, there's tons of lymph nodes, and when we roll on an aluminium containing substance over that area, our body cannot get rid of the toxins. A lot of products combine deodorants and antiperspirants, but they have two different purposes. Antiperspirants are meant to stop sweating. However, sweating is our body's natural way of flushing out toxins. So why would you even block that? Yeah, we need to sweat. So nearly all antiperspirants accomplish the task by using aluminium compounds. The problem with aluminium is on a daily basis, year after year, the toxins, they build up. The excess ends up being deposited around your body as the body tries to remove it but doesn't know where to spread it. So it can spread to the bone, the liver, the heart, the spleen, and it's just creating a toxic element in the system. So now deodorant, it's not used to stop sweating. Its job is to help odor by killing the bacteria to cover up the smell. So it took a couple of years for doTERRA to get the deodorant right, but it's absolutely amazing, and they add different scents to them, and it works. It's a natural and great ingredient. And the first one that was released was Balance, which I absolutely love in any product. I'm all about balance. It's great. Grounding, woody smell. It has arrowroot powder, baking soda, and different butters, shea butter and jojoba. They also have one that is baking soda free because some people do have an allergy and a bit sensitive. So I'll add something more that as I transition to doTERRA's natural deodorant and let my armpits breathe and detox, you actually sweat less. So that's the whole point of it. Yeah, it just doesn't make it any question. And everything in your body becomes regulated. When you put in goodness through your system, you automatically come in greater harmony and balance. So the next product is shampoo and conditioner. And this is a product that most of us use at least once a day. It is also a product that we are using on our scalp. So it's close to the brain, eyes, mouth. We use it for sensitive areas. It's not just personal care, but household products and food labels too. Labels can be super tricky. So if you've heard of greenwashing, there's companies that will put the buzzword on their labeling and make it green. It's a marketing tool, but it's not always what your product is about. Yeah. You can read on websites and go through the whole loop and look upon this. So if you can't clearly read the ingredients on a label and it doesn't flag up something to you, I would make a question about it. Are there artificial fragrances? Are these ingredients safe? Yeah, the skin is the mass surface area of the body, yeah, with your bloodstream running through it. So most shampoos and conditioners contain really nasty ingredients, fake fragrances, which major endocrine disruptors, so your hormone balance will just become imbalanced. Fragrance is a major red flag, and companies do not have disclosure for what's inside the fragrance. Fragrance can mean up to 300 different chemical ingredients that don't have to be individual labeled. So if you're like me, when I go to an airport, I'm in a shopping mall, it gives me a headache. I really don't like that scent surrounding me, and it's because of the fake element of the fragrance you're taking in. So shampoos and conditioners are known to have lots of fragrances, foaming agents like SLS, and look at the labels. I'd encourage you to try doTERRA's Salon Essentials. From root to tip, essential goodness into the root hair follicle. I have naturally curly, wavy, messy hair, difficult to tame, but the shampoo makes your hair thicker and fuller, and the conditioner is just amazing. It contains peppermint, so refreshing, and just creates this really nice softness. So now I'm going to jump along to the skincare. I hope you're all still listening. We have a few different skincare lines, but I'm going to talk about Mirage because it's a very simple system with only 4 products, and it works best for most people. The products are clean. It's got a serum which contains Immortal, which is the beauty lifelong anything for your skin, containing frankincense, sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum, rose. And we have a whole separate class on skincare, so I won't jump too much into that. The thing I want to touch on here is the preservatives, because they are widely found in our skincare products. Preservatives by nature of what they're meant to be is cytotoxic. And cyto means cells, and toxic means poison. So toxins kill cells. Preservatives, when absorbed into the bloodstream, become hazardous to the body, and companies can use them because they say we're using such a small percentage, it doesn't actually matter. But when you think about it, if you're applying that product every day to your skin every week, it's a compound effect. So you're layering on and adding toxins every day with whatever you use, your face wash, exfoliator, moisturizer. Okay, so no more toxins. Okay, jumping over. Okay, so now I'm just going to shift gears a bit. We're going to move to household products. So this is where I really started to make swaps in our home. Although there are some eco and fragrance-free products available in Hanoi, I learnt with doTERRA I could make my own initially, taking On Guard oils, citrus oils, Purify. My first step was to make a ton of DIY cleaners and learn and enjoy the transition, so putting them into glass spray bottles. It was cheaper and effective. Then the cleaner concentrate was the next game changer. It replaced so many DIY projects I was making monthly, and there's a full 5 milliliter bottle of On Guard just in the cleaner concentrate, and this one product has replaced so many things. And all the recipes on the side, it's just 2 tablespoons to 24 ounces, and you mix it with water. And what I love most is I don't have to worry about spraying containers or the kitchen table, the food that we touch on the surface and we put in our mouth. The chemicals are, yeah, there's nothing, just On Guard benefits. So you can also use a floor cleaner, and this is my savior for barefoot walking. I have a young son and a cat, and I love to walk bare feet. It's my nature connection, so I don't have to worry about chemicals being absorbed into the body. So if you remember, I mentioned earlier about the feet also being the greatest absorption when we apply to children. If you've got chemicals within your home, they go straight through the base of the feet. So a lot of what I was cleaning with before was actually causing irritants. It can cause irritants to the skin, eyes, lungs, respiratory system. So do yourself a favor and put the brakes on and strongly considering to transfer over to what you're layering on your floor is healthy for your body. And On Guard in the lab studies, it's so effective at killing microbes, it's just a winner. The next thing is your hand soap. So we keep hand soap by a sink naturally, and we wash our hands. We dive into research on antibacterial soaps, the ones we've used every day. That there's toxins and killing bacteria, including insecticides. And one particular insecticide is triclosan. And in 2015, the FDA actually came out and admitted it's a known toxic carcinogenic. But there have been no official move to remove it from some products. It's just showing up in products daily off the shelf in a supermarket. So you really have to be mindful. What I touched on earlier was read labels. Why do you not use a hand soap that's going to keep you safe and healthier? Yeah. Here is the problem with antibacterial soaps, is that they have the insecticides. So essential oils are hardwired to know the good from the bad. They will absorb into the system and go direct to the cell. We know that. There were no toxins, no chemicals. Yeah. So when we move on to diffusers and we're taking in the aroma of essential oils, comparable with using a candle to put the aroma into your home, you don't know what is in a candle. The wick, the wax, they can all contain some artificial fragrance and chemical. And diffusers just pump it, more airstream with the vapor of the water, molecular into the blood system. So I'd encourage you to get diffusers to purify and clean your home as well. So the last product I'm going to touch on is the On Guard detergent. Yeah. Want to really make sure you're not only cleaning your home, cleaning your skin, but if you clean your clothes with a doTERRA product that's safe and protective, you're wearing those clothes day to day, you're absorbing goodness, yeah, through your body that way. Most laundry detergents on the market today do contain harmful chemicals that can aggravate our respiratory system. Instead of exposing your family to these systems, you want to buy natural, yeah? Remember, some products contain petroleum. It needs to be phosphate-free, no chlorine, no synthetic toxic fragrances and dyes. So this On Guard detergent just ticks all the boxes. It also goes a long way, 64 loads. You don't need a lot because it's so concentrated. And what I love about it, it's a great stain remover. So anything from chocolate, the dirt, the mud, the tree climbing, even blood, you just leave it on, let it settle, and it'll remove. Amazing, very powerful. The natural enzymes really break down the substance. So before I kind of roll out of this and we can go through questions, I've seen it pop up a few times, we can run through some things. I just want to leave you with this quote, that no single drop of water thinks it is responsible for the flood. Just changing just one product in your home really make a difference, but slowly making these changes, you'll start to see the positive effect on your immune system, respiratory system, and skin. That's how powerful doTERRA are. Before I run into this is just a wellness box. Should we jump through any questions? I saw some things pop up, but I'm not quite sure now how I find them. Let me just open this up. Can you hear me? Hi, Zosh.
Yeah. Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm great, but now I can't find where the questions were. Oh, they're hiding.
I'll just have a look. Do you want me to have a look for you?
Yeah, if there was anything particular, and then I'll just roll over this. Yeah.
No, just that Tiffany was saying that she didn't realize, it was a big eye opener for her. She didn't realize how many toxic chemicals were in cleaning products.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what
it's all about reading the label. You start to become more aware. We just might buy a shampoo or the laundry product because we see the brand or the color, the smell. Yeah, it's lavender, or it looks good, it's got green leaf on it. But it's about reading the labels and finding out really what's inside.
My big awareness was, I think, Aesop. A friend of mine, I love Aesop because I love the way it looks. Right. On the outside, I love the shop. So my friend actually was, he's the global designer for Aesop. So he creates all the shops and interiors. And one day I said to him, it's not organic. And he said, we never said we were organic. I said, but it looks organic. And he said, wow. We do use chemicals, but we've never claimed to not use chemicals. And it was such a clever,
that's the difference.
You know, I love the fact that the way they market themselves. And he was very, very honest. We've never said we're organic. We never said that we've got no chemicals in there.
Okay, yeah, a lot of marketing. Were there any other questions? Do I click on the QA? Oh, it's jumping up now, chat. Sorry, guys. Oh, Pete told me it wasn't recording, his battery was going, but I never did press anything.
It's still recording.
Oh. Okay, cool. So I'll just jump onto this next slide and we can chat some more. So this is a sample monthly wellness box, an example, yeah? If you're not familiar with Loyalty Rewards program, this is definitely a way to get going on these, yeah, household toxin-free products. This is how we all get them, yeah? So there's a wholesale price and you'll find that as you order, you earn points back, and these graduate from when you first join 10% up to over time, yeah, within a year, 30%. You'll be earning these points back, and this is the streamlining cash benefit. Yeah, I touched on earlier that you are getting product through your cart, through doTERRA. You're not going to the supermarket and being, distracted by all the other products and thinking, oh, did we have soap, or is this missing? And you'll chuck them in your shopping trolley. You are streamlining product. You know there's these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items that solely do the job well, and then you get in the cash back point, LRP. It's an amazing benefit. That's the expenditure. So whenever you have loyalty order, that is the 125 product value of 133 PV, I'm just using this as an example, you get free product back. So you can top up product with credits, the 10 to 30%. You find out what works for you and you get your free product back. This is how we've all been doing it, who are already in the flow. Okay, so it's residual income. If you're still with us, I want to share a quick video, because we talk a lot through doTERRA, going from using, sharing to, you can build a business. So if you want to happily put in your LRP and use the product, get your freebies back, share with family, friends, and then you can create this flow of residual income. So let me just find my video. Oh, it's under my screen. Can you see this, Sasha? Yeah.